Adan's a real big Blue's Clues fan. That's why we. Nah, I used to watch Blue's Clues. I think.
Me too. I still do because I have kids. But.
Well, it's the mail time. He goes mail time.
Mail time.
You for the OG or the new? I feel like I'm getting deja vu.
I like the new guy.
The newer guy, right?
The dark skinned dude.
It was the OG and then
Joe. I watched it with the OG, and then Joe came in and took away Steve, and then now it's a new guy. Does it matter?
I liked both. You know what? It doesn't. It doesn't. Welcome back to Spirits Collective.
I'm Adan.
And I'm Alex.
And this is a show where we all learn to drink together.
And today we have a special treat for you guys. We finally try Montagave. All right, guys. So this is Montagave Blanco Heritage. The gnome is 1123. The proof is 82 or 41% ABV. They use a roller mill to crush the agave. They cook this in brick ovens. And the cool thing about this one is it's rested in Bordeaux barrels for 29 days. Other things worth mentioning is it's an additive-free tequila, one of our favorite things. And of course, 100% agave. Adan, any experience with this tequila?
No, man, but you talk very highly of it, so I'm pretty excited, and I can see that you've dipped into it a little bit, which upsets me, but it's fine.
Dipped into it quite a bit. I was trying to show this to my boss because we started geeking out over tequila, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try and take him to school. So I've read a lot of good things about this one, seen a lot of good things about this one. He's a big wine guy, so I was like, oh, this is perfect because they rest this in Bordeaux wine barrels. So
what does that mean? What's a Bordeaux wine barrel?
They're from Bordeaux, France. The barrels, okay. Probably French oak barrels from Bordeaux, France, and I want to say they use used barrels. So they use them for wine, and then they re-season them. They char them back up so they don't leak, and then they age this tequila in it or rest it in there.
Damn.
So. I'm not gonna say anything, no spoilers, but my coworkers and I, we had a few sips of this. Obviously,
what they think?
One of them really liked it.
Okay.
Oh, they all liked it. One of them really liked it.
Okay.
But I'm excited.
So you may be asking yourself, when the hell is Spirits Collective gonna find a new home? I gotta say, this is probably the coolest room that I've been in a long time. I wish you could see what's around us right now. I know you just got a view of the mixers, if you even have that view, but there's some pretty amazing bottles in here, man.
Insane collection.
And I'm hoping we keep filming in here. This is really awesome. But at least the next few videos, expect to see this beautiful room. And we have our friend Nathan to thank for that. So if you're watching this, Nathan, thank you for letting us use this.
Your collection is insane, and thank you again for letting us use the space.
So, bottle design. I'm torn. I don't know. It's not exactly, I want to say it's basic, but it's not exactly basic. It has kind of like this cool curve to it. It's a nice bottle. Just, it's kind of basic, but I can't bring myself to say that it's basic, if that makes sense.
Okay.
It looks like, if you look at it closely, there's some nice textures to the actual glass. Something about it kind of screams to me that it was made. It wasn't automated, but I don't know. Nice cork. Overall, nice. Just that's all I can say. It's a nice design.
I think they nailed it. So a few things. This brand is owned by a couple. The husband is from Texas. The wife is from France, and that's how the idea was born. Him being a Texan, he loves tequila. Her being from France, she loves wine. So
they decided to innovate.
They decided to, I think it was mainly the wife's idea is, why hasn't anyone rested tequila in Bordeaux barrels yet? We'll be the first. They're actually in Colorado now. So that's where the name came about, Montagave. And it does have like a mishmash of a tequila and a wine feel to it.
Okay.
Which is what I think they were going for. And then right here, there's coordinates. And I'm pretty sure that's to the distillery where it's made. This is made at the Cascawin distillery. We have not had the pleasure yet, but they're also up there with El Tesoro, Fortaleza. So we're in for a treat.
It's exciting.
Yeah, for sure. Alrighty, so we're gonna see how this sounds.
Get closer, get closer.
Full transparency, I already opened this, but very weak.
So we do have my cousin Dante behind camera. He's gonna go ahead and try it with us. So we'll ask what he thinks of it as well. But let's see what's up here.
Let's go into the color. What do we think about that color?
It's pretty light.
Yeah, this is still considered a Blanco, but there is like a...
So this is a Blanco.
Yeah.
I hadn't even seen that. I hadn't even looked at that.
Yeah, well, they rest it for less than a month, so you can technically call it a Blanco.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, what about the viscosity? It's not 80 proof, it's 82 if I'm not mistaken. So a little higher,
41%.
just by a little bit. Everyone drinking with us, this is Montagave. Cheers. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that. It's just like very like crisp and very tequila forward.
Very tequila forward.
I'm not getting much of the barrel.
I got that rubbing alcohol smell.
Alrighty.
It's tequila forward, but it's agave forward, but it's like a fruity agave. Kinda
It's like the clean, crispy,
it tastes
refreshing agave.
It smells clean. It smells kind of like sweet, like a sweet agave.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so just like a quality Blanco, like the cleanness, the crispiness of it.
A little citrusy, a little bit of lime.
I'm thinking more like grapefruit. Kind of just like citrusy oils, kind of.
I think I smell more of a pineapple.
Pineapple.
Yeah.
Citrusy nonetheless. Everything we've said was citrusy.
Acidic.
I'd say more citrus.
Acidic?
Maybe on the palate it'd be acidic, but what do you think? Should we have a taste?
So overall, I'm gonna say it's pretty. It's all right.
Yeah, not much of the barrel on the nose. All right, everyone, this is the taste. Cheers.
Like it started smooth, but then it burned.
I started smooth, and then I got like dried fruit. And then I didn't get the burn, but I got that sensation that I could see could turn into a burn easily. And now I'm getting the wood, but it's very subtle.
So my experience was it started off like you said, very soft, nice and easy to drink. Then it went to like a weird kind of burn.
Okay, I think I know what you mean. I think
Like a strong wine, and then now it's finishing off with like a freshness.
yeah, fresh
Kinda like-
crispiness.
Like if you ate like you said, like a pineapple, but it's not quite ripe. Like there's some bitterness, but it leaves like a nice freshness.
I'm thinking like peppery.
Or no, not fucking pineapple. What'd you say earlier? A grapefruit. Like a grapefruit like a grapefruit fresh out of the fridge freshness.
Fresh. I got like dried fruit in the middle. In the beginning, simple sort of clean, crispy. I want to say more floral notes rather than like minerality or vegetal notes. I want to say more floral, clean crispiness, a little bit of dried fruit in the middle, and then a little kiss of the wood, and then we were talking about the end, that sort of same feeling, the refreshing sort of finish. I didn't get the burn, but I could see how, depending on how you sip it, it could turn into a burn real quick. But yeah, overall, pretty good. All right, go for it. What do you think? What do you think, Adan? Tell us. Tell us. Tell us. What do you think?
Like it's scary because like you feel like you're gonna go into like this super like agave heavy tequila when you first sip on it, but then it just stops and then it's like different. But I mean, it's easy to drink. It's pretty smooth. It burns just a little tiny bit, but nothing that's
I'm not getting that burn.
nothing that's gonna put me off.
I get more like that.
You don't
sort
get
of
burn?
I get that burn. Like I said, it comes in really smooth and sweet, and then it's just that burn out of nowhere.
Yeah, it comes in very soft at first, and then it just burns you a little
Well,
bit.
like I get the burn, like slight, more like rubbing alcohol burn, like in my mouth, but not like
No,
my throat, you mean?
I think you're right. Yeah, it doesn't go down to your chest.
Yeah. It's not in my throat or in my chest. It's just like
it's all
a
in your
little bit in the
mouth, really.
mouth. Which is fine for me. It's like when the burn is in the throat, where it's like. But do you get like that? Do you get what I mean? Where it's like it's different. Like it's really weird.
It is different.
And I want to say it's because of they're resting it in the Bordeaux barrels. I want to say I got it a little more the first time I tried it. That's why we try not to do this. But I couldn't help myself. But yeah.
Pinche Alex.
All right, guys. So
We're gonna do something we haven't done before.
yeah, us being in a nicer sort of whiskey setting, a whiskey collection, whiskey little man cave. We want to do something a little different. We want to do, instead of on the rocks, don't be upset. On the rocks will be back.
And if you really hate this, just tell us.
Yeah.
So we'll don't do it again.
Be like, what the fuck? Talk about, I only watch On the Rocks. Feel free to tell us in the comments down below.
Maybe we'll do both.
A big thing with whiskey is, especially the higher proof stuff, is instead of adding a whole cube of ice or, ice, a few drops. So instead of
Kind of opens up the flavors, doesn't it?
yeah,
It
instead
opens
of doing On the Rocks, we're gonna do On the Drops.
I know all you beginners are being thrown for a f***ing loop right now, like, looking for a dropper and shit. Don't worry, you don't have to do it.
I don't know.
The drops.
All right, so
I like that. The drops.
On the drops, yeah. So right off the bat, I gotta say, like, after smelling it, all that rubbing alcohol smell is gone. So now you just kind of smell like the flavors of the tequila.
I agree with you that it does get rid of the sort of rubbing alcohol part.
So now I get that citrusy. I get everything I got before without the alcohol.
I feel like I get the exact same thing, toned it down minus the rubbing alcohol. So it's
Exactly what I just said.
like, but you didn't say it was toned down. Everything's there, just toned down.
Yeah, you're right. I do have to get my nose a little bit closer to get more.
But yeah, it just completely killed the rubbing alcohol, or like the alcohol part of it.
Yeah.
I wonder what it'll do to the taste. But anyway, this is On the Drops.
Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Holy shit.
That's weird.
So
Oh, it brings out the barrel notes a lot better.
it does, yeah. It got rid of that burn and replaced it for like a bitterness, which I'm assuming is what was there already. Just
So I got
more-
like canceled out the bitterness for you and brought out the other stuff.
It brought out a bitterness. It brought out more flavor.
It brought out the wood, the Bordeaux barrel out more for me.
I'm not sure if I prefer it more, but it might be on par with neat.
Yeah, I have to say,
I don't even know if this is even considered neat.
I'd say no. I'm not sure. We'll ask the collectors out
let
there.
us know.
But it does what the ice does, like makes it sort of overall smoother,
Yeah.
and more palatable, just without dulling everything. You know what I
Okay,
mean? Which
yeah.
is what the coldness does. I enjoyed that. That was actually
It's pretty good.
that was the first time we've done On the Drops.
And right off the bat, I prefer it. Just saying. You guys know me. I hate On the Rocks.
But we'll always do On the Rocks, just not this time.
Verdict.
Verdict time. Adan, how do you feel about this Blanco
I think
Montagave?
this is pretty good. I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Continue on.
I think it was pretty good. Like I said, not the best I've had, but it's. I'm not gonna say it's that much lower than the best I've had.
It's in the same tier. It's the
Yeah.
same class.
I would say if we're putting this in tiers, I would put this as A tier.
So not S?
Not
I think
S.
S is on top.
Yeah, I would put it A tier.
You know what? I will put this S tier, but just it just got in there for
holding
me.
on.
Yeah. I think this is easily like I wouldn't say more complex, but definitely the most unique. It's just kissed by the Bordeaux barrels, but it does come through a lot for a Blanco. And I really enjoyed what it did to the tequila. Like it's really unique. Most tequilas use bourbon barrels, right? They just buy them from, because bourbon, they got to use new barrels every time.
Yeah.
Most use bourbon, so these are like the first to use Bordeaux barrels, and it was a nice discovery. I enjoyed it. Hopefully, the Stileros will experiment more with different kinds of barrels. Also, guess what Fortaleza uses to age their tequilas? The barrels they use.
Just the
Off
French
the top of your
barrels?
head. No, bourbon barrels.
Buffalo Trace.
They try and use exclusively Buffalo Trace barrels.
Damn, look at Buffalo Trace.
A cool little fun fact there. But let's give this a rating.
So wait, since we have someone else tasting off screen, Dante, what do you think of it?
I actually enjoyed it. I'm actually a big tequila drinker. I love tequila. I never heard of it. It's really smooth when it comes down through your throat. It does have that burning sensation at first, but I enjoyed it. I love it. Either neat or on the drops, it was good.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, on the drop. Oh, so as on the drops, did you prefer neat or on the drops?
I think I'm gonna have to go split.
Split?
Yeah.
I don't want to be basic. I'll say on the drops was just like a tad better. Which makes sense because I usually prefer on the rocks with most of these things. But rating time.
I'm gonna give this
1 through 5.
a 3.8 out of 5.
3.8 what?
3.8
bald
Calacas.
eagles? Oh, there you go.
Freaking tequila.
Definitely S tier, but just barely gets there.
I would say S tier is 4 and above. I mean, yeah, S tier.
4 and above?
4 and above, yeah, because that's superior.
Damn, it's not. I don't think it's a 4.
Well, then it can't be S tier.
Oh man. All right, so it's on just like a hairline underneath S tier. This is a 3.8 for me as well. Bringing our score. Do the math for me.
Are you serious?
Bringing our score to 3.8 Calacas out of 5.
Clackety clack. Minecraft.
Other than that, should we have one more final sip? Cheers, everyone.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Guys, also drink responsibly, but of course, drink what you like.
And don't forget to comment your bottle recommendations. We will look at them.